obviously, who won the World Series last year?
The Red Sox did.
The Red Sox, an East Coast team. Who won the year before that?
Giants.
No, Cardinals, I think. No, Giants, you're right.
The Giants, West Coast.
Which is the West Coast.
So, I still believe that it will stay back in the East Coast. I mean, I feel like the East Coast is playing better ball this year than the West
Do you
Coast.
consider the Pittsburgh East
debatable.
Coast? I mean, they play in the Central.
Well, I mean, they are really an East Coast team.
Central.
I mean, they are. I mean, they play for the Central, but they really are basically on the East Coast. They're only a couple miles. They're only like a couple hours drive, like 2 or 3 hour drive away from the coast.
2 or 3 hours seems like a long way. I mean,
that sounds
from Los Angeles, it's maybe 5 minutes. We live 5 minutes from the beach, folks.
Okay,
we what we consider the
coast. If Philly's
coast.
part of the East, they're only like a half an hour.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got Surfer Bro over here. This is our fourth commentator. Only if we need his ingenious remarks about Yasiel Puig or Chris Paul.
Oh.
He actually met Yasiel Puig.
At the
we
beach.
have a photo.
At the beach.
We have a photo. I'm showing it to you now. You may not be able to see it, but just believe me.
All right, so
now we're just gonna head over to Kevin.
All right, wait, no, let me finish mine.
All right.
So I believe that the Pirates will be able to win this series. I mean, they are on the eastern side of the United States.
There
of
we
America.
go.
So if that's happy with you guys, so I believe that they will be able to keep the trophy back there in the East, and I believe that they will be able to beat the Dodgers and move on to the World Series.
All right, so I have the Dodgers winning that game. I'm not gonna say too many more things that I already said already. I think the Dodgers offense is rolling, and with Kershaw, Greinke, and hopefully Ryu and Heron if needed.
No.
I think they're gonna win the series.
Folks. Our studio manager and
Matthew
Kevin's twin brother, Matt Skidmore.
He is our expert on Yasiel Puig over here. Matt, how ripped is?
Hi.
How ripped?
Is this being
Do it live, like actually.
is this being streamed live?
No.
Yes.
No.
So how ripped is Yasiel Puig, and how do you think that will help the Dodgers kind of in this playoff series?
Well, he's muy guapo, you see. So I'd say he might stun the other team enough so that they would just be so like mesmerized by his large muscles that they forget to swing at the pitches. And,
that's fair. That's fair.
some great insight from our studio manager.
Yes.
Puig's going to be on the show later today?
I would
Yes,
vote no.
yes.
We'll see.
We'll
He's
see.
a busy guy.
All right.
I don't think that
They're
will
working
happen.
on that. We'll
All
get.
right.
I mean, who cares if he's playing
I have
tonight?
a number.
Our show is way more important. You tell him that. Work that connection. All right. That was Matt Skidmore, everybody. Well, maybe we'll get him back later on in the show. Probably not. But he has a pretty busy life, and we were lucky to get him for that minute and a half. All right. So now we have.
So who do you have? So Nick had the Nationals, Kevin had the Dodgers, and I had the Pirates. And now so we had 3 different teams going into the World Series. That's kind of crazy.
It is.
So now we're gonna go on to the the AL side, and we all had the Orioles, and then those two had the Angels, right?
We do, yeah.
And then I have the Royals. So let's see who will be winning this matchup. So I have the Royals winning this one. Again, I believe that
the Royals.
I believe
The Royals.
yes, they are the hottest team in baseball right now. So that will help them. That will help them go through. That will help them get through this round, these rounds, and because they will be able to get the momentum from winning from way earlier, near the All-Star break almost, to right now. All that momentum has been building up, and it's time for them to use it.
Do you want to mention their bullpen? Because I think it's without a doubt the best bullpen in the game.
Bullpen.
I'll do it.
BP bullpen.
I think Wade Davis could easily be an elite closer on other teams, but he's the setup man on this team.
And they have Greg Holland.
And
probably the best
Kelvin
closer
Herrera.
right now.
If they start what's his name?
Giovanni
Ventura. Yeah. If they start him, they don't have a single pitcher whose average fastball is below like 97. So
I mean, but come on.
That's kind of freaky. I mean, would you like to hit against that, Nick?
You have the Royals beating the Orioles?
I have the Royals.
How many games?
I'm going to say that's going to go 6 games. I believe that the Royals will win most of the games at home, and then they will be able to pull off at 1 or 2 at the Orioles, who will have the home field advantage. So I will believe that this game will only go 5.
All right, so I'm going to...
5 or 6.
It's my turn now. I have the Angels and the Orioles, and I know what you guys are thinking. Angels, how could they lose this? and I'm here to tell you, coming from an Angels fan, they're gonna lose. It breaks my heart, folks. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. The Angels, this is their year, folks. Just the Orioles are better, and it's pretty obvious to me.
Like, that's great to admit, but you have to be
Fair enough, but I mean, the Angels, they have Garrett Richards until they don't have Garrett Richards, and they don't have Garrett Richards right now. And that's unfortunate for them because he was really the best pitcher on their team. Even though I'm going to give a shout-out to Matt Shoemaker, really stepping up this year. Yeah. And then Jarrett Weaver, who I thought maybe like a little sneaky contender for comeback pitcher of the year. Player of the year. I mean,
no,
he leads the AL in wins.
That's impressive.
Jared Weaver.
Wow.
Oh, but
I mean, come
does
on.
he lead the MLB in wins?
No, he does not, but we'll get back to that.
Just someone
So-
about 45 minutes away that's actually
Orioles-
in Los Angeles.
The Los Angeles Angels. Thank you for bringing that up, Kevin. But
More like
I do think the Orioles
Angels of
win,
Anaheim.
and now we're going to go over to Kevin.
So I think this is going to come to a shock to you folks. Me, really not a very big fan of the
Are you
Angels.
thinking of a Freeway World Series?
I might be hinting at that. Let me get to that. So, being the diehard Dodgers fan that I am, being friends with Nick, and him being an Angels fan, and just generally not liking the Angels very much, you guys are gonna be very shocked to hear that I actually have the Angels beating the Orioles in the ALCS.
The what?
The Angels beating the Orioles in the ALCS.
I don't know.
Kevin, just because that is music to my ears, may say it again.
Angels beating the Orioles in the
Yes,
ALCS.
they do beat the Orioles in the ALCS. I am flipping. The Angels move on.
Wait, you cannot flip after you already said. And plus, that would just be bad on your part. That just makes you feel shallow.
I say this
inside.
because even though
Or-
the Orioles, I think, have a better pitching staff, I think the Angels' offense is better. And I think when it comes down to it, I think the Angels have more playoff experience with guys like Pujols, who's been there probably... Okay, he's been there a lot. And then they have Trout, and then they have Weaver, and then they have Shoemaker. So I have the Angels winning.
All right, so that would be good. So in our World Series contenders would be Kevin has the Angels and Dodgers, a freeway World Series, if you would say, or a freeway World Series. Yes, yes.
I do.
All right. And obviously, you have the Angels. There's no way you could pick against them in the series. How many
All right.
games did the Angels win it in, Kevin?
Oh,
Wait,
I
we're
actually
not
don't
gonna,
have
we're
that.
not going to get to
You
Kevin.
don't have the Angels.
We're not going to get
What?
We're not going to get to predictions.
As my
yet.
shock recovers, we're
We're
going to
not-
head over to Chuck. I mean, I'm done with him.
All right, so
Bye,
then-
Kevin. You may leave.
So Nick is going to have what we call the battle over Washington D.C.
Another freeway series. really.
Basically
Another-
another freeway series, because as they explained it in Washington, D.C., it's basically one household would be an Orioles fan, then the very next household would be a Washington fan, and then
Nats.
the very next would be Nats fans, and then the very next house would be kind of divided by brother and sister, or two brothers or sisters almost. So that's going to be a very difficult series for them to watch.
And I do think it'll be a fun series. I'm actually really
And then
looking
Chuck
forward to it.
has?
And then I have the Royals and Pirates, the two hottest teams in the MLB right now.
Also, the two teams that no one thought in a million years would ever be playing in a World Series
I
against
think
each
this
other.
is probably the most questionable prediction for a World Series matchup.
In the history of World Series matchups.
No, I believe that this is probably the best contending World Series.
Whoa!
You're telling me the down?
Yes, I believe that they would indeed love to see this series.
Really? Because I see a lot of fans coming out to Royals games.
Oh!
Well,
Got him!
alright, so you're going to pull that part out. But, I mean, this will probably be the most entertaining World Series, in my eyes, I believe. And Kevin wants to have the crowd vote. And there is the talking. I'm just going to keep talking and talking and talking.
Alright, no, in all seriousness, let's
Alright, and
give me a reason why, who you have winning and why.
I have the Pittsburgh Pirates going to be winning this game, this World Series. I mean,
Chuck, can you remind me again, who are you a fan of?
the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And?
The Angels of Anaheim.
And
The Marlins.
and
The Royals.
And
The Texas Rangers.
And
get to the point,
Houston
Chuck.
Astros. And Oakland Athletics.
All right, Chuck, you
yeah,
can pick one.
definitely.
And Oakland Raiders.
All right, Chuck
Yeah,
likes
come
the
on.
Pirates. His mom is from Pittsburgh, so
Kevin,
I'm
you
just
don't
gonna
have to
throw
tell
that
us
out
this.
there.
Okay.
Total bias.
So I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Pirates, but I mean they are a really great team this year.
They're a good team, in all
They
honesty.
obviously will be a contender. I picked the Pirates because I believe that they will have a run and they will bring back another championship to Pittsburgh, and this will be a great boost for the team, and it will help the city of Pittsburgh very much. And I mean I'm not as biased as Kevin over here, who obviously will be picking
That is
the
true.
Dodgers.
Also true.
Because every single game that you ask him about, because we were asked him the other day about Hanley Ramirez when he slumps and sucks at defense. He said, "Oh no, he's just having."
He's
an
an
off day."
above-average shortstop in the MLB,
He is indeed above the average,
especially
shortstop.
defensively.
Oh, is that why he costs teams runs? Is that why
And
costs
he
teams
ruins perfect games.
Defensively, he's
He
not-
ruins perfect games. He's a dream ruiner.
She's not a Gold Glover, but I still
All right. No one
offensively.
cares.
Offensively,
All
We'll
right.
get to you.
So Chuck has the Pittsburgh Pirates winning the championship and bringing the trophy back to Pittsburgh.
All right.
where are the kids? Bring in the kids.
All right, I'm starting to hear the cheering. We're gonna refrain from using that one. I have the Nats and
All
the
right,
Orioles.
kids, you can go home, kids. You can go
Yeah.
home. You can go home.
Go back.
Thank you.
All right, okay. So I have the Nats and the Orioles, and what should be probably the best series, in my opinion, of the three that we have. And I think it'll be a great series just because the Nats are an outstanding team all the way around, and the Orioles are the exact same.
So who's winning?
Both teams are solid. I actually have the Nats winning this series. I think it'll be really close. I do think it'll go to 7 games. I really like this matchup. I think it'll be really fun if it does happen. And I have the Nats winning in
So
7.
are we saying that the National League is going to be beating the American League this year in the World Series?
I think we are, but I mean, what's really weird about this is most people in the beginning of the year thought only one team would be able to come out of the National League, and that was the Dodgers.
I believe I had at the very beginning of the season Pirates and Mariners in the World
All right,
Series.
Ted.
No one cares, but I mean, most people thought Dodgers were really the only team who had a shot,
All right.
and there were tons of teams in the AL you could point to who could
Which
win.
brings us to some of you.
Which brings us
To the
Kevin.
most biased person of them all.
All right, so
Kevin Skidmore.
my World Series is Dodgers and Angels. The fact is, they are a very good team, and they were without a doubt.
Kevin, that's your phone.
Yeah,
You should get that.
I don't think it is.
I think it is. I mean,
Is that what you say every single time you try to pick up your phone? Oh,
Kevin-
Matt, is that your phone? No, it's not my
Kevin,
phone,
that's your phone. You should get that. We'll get back to you after the show.
All right. So, where was that? Okay, so
No. I mean, thanks, folks. I mean, that was Kevin's prediction. You heard it for your first. Angels beat the Dodgers in 6.
No, actually, I have the Dodgers beating the Angels in 6 because, okay, I am biased, but the Dodgers were definitely the Las Vegas favorites to win the World Series at the beginning of the season. I'm sticking with them all the way through. Okay, that's my prediction.
All right. Now we're going to move on to perhaps one of the best stories this year.
This is our final topic of the.
This is our final
retirement?
topic.
Are we
today.
going to be talking about farewell parties?
Someone appears to have looked at my sheet unorthodoxly, without permission.
So
But,
we will be talking
all right.
about Paul Konerko, folks.
No.
Paul
No,
Konerko has had a
about-
great year.
Derek, the captain, hashtag RE2PECT, respect Derek Jeter. He is.
Hey, excuse me, could you say that whole spiel again for me,
Hashtag
please?
respect as the S has a 2.
Yeah, Derek Jeter, the captain, retired and played his last home game as a Yankee last night. And I mean, we were talking about classy organizations. Baltimore Orioles letting Derek Jeter hit a walk-off base hit against them to win the game.
Now
And I
that's
mean,
class.
what
All right,
better
wait,
way
time out.
to end?
How about that set up first by the Yankees?
Oh
I mean,
yeah, blowing the
they had
save in the
five-
top of the ninth was pretty big too, right?
Yeah.
All right, but seriously though, that Hollywood could not have written that better. That was
And I mean,
storybook.
Derek Jeter is a class act, and baseball fans across the country will miss him. But this brings me to a question for both of you. will this retirement tour of, now we've seen it, Mariano Rivera,